Lions fans, let's talk some Lions talk. Let's talk about the change going on with the Lions and the progression. And if you're listening, you're hearing some a level of excitement coming out of my voice. Uh, I'm ecstatic and excited. I'm a little bit beyond myself with this one, and because I'm seeing a difference in the Lions not in the organization, but yeah, I guess I could say the Lions organization, and has nothing to do with the ownership or so forth. But then well, let me say it this way: it does to some degree, but not to the full degree that I would like to give it, because I guess that's a wait to see approach. But what I'm noticing that you're finna see an outpour of different people that want to different. Where the narrative of the story will always have been nobody wants to come here. That's turning. That's turning. And I'm going to say, well, what I give, okay, this is contradictory. I'm going to basically go up against something I just said. That the ownership plays this, she did one move that I definitely approve of, is that she's willing to accept change. I don't know how broad that is, and that's why I guess my statement was that it's still a wait to see approach, because I don't know how broad that accept change, how far she will allow that to expand, and how much what ground she will allow that to cover. Excuse me. But if you notice what's coming here, you're about to see free agents and players want to come here versus not coming here. Now, somebody could say that it has something to do with Stafford, and I for years, how I was told, people wanted to come here because of Stafford. You finna see people come here because Stafford is gone. Watch what happened. You finna see the narrative of the story, how the Lions can't produce anything, how they can't get anything, to become that it's going to be the opposite. It's going to be, in other words, the energy will change. Now, people say that the fans here will say that the team is going to be worse off without Stafford. Watch how this flip instantly. Not in, I gave it 1 or 2 years. I gave it within this year. This next year, you're going to see it. With this off season alone is going to change everything. Is actually they will be in more contention this year than I would say possibly 1 or 2 years like I projected. What this regime is willing to do is what I thought the Quinn Patricia regime was going to do. So this is why I said that they are the finished product of Quinn and Patricia. Look what they're able to do that Quinn and Patricia wasn't able to do. Somebody say that there's no similarities. What Quinn and Patricia started, but they wasn't able to finish it based upon where they were and based upon where the team was. Since then, you got new ownership and there's a new different direction, right? Up under the old ownership, it was a certain way how you did it. All right. This one is a little bit open minded, so I guess it can draw that kind of energy in. The people didn't want to come here because they didn't want to be a part of the Patriots way, right? But the Patriots way is in line with the Lions way. So until the Lions way gets scrapped off, which they have been doing for 50 plus years, until that gets scrapped off, no system that comes here won't work. Because the Lions way doesn't work. So what you're seeing now, there's a if there's going to be a renovation, the renovation started with the ownership. It's no longer the Lions way. They are learning how to get out their own way. So it's like a turn of the event. The tables are turning, whereas instead of players not wanting to come here, they're gonna want to come here. Once upon a time, you could say that about the Pistons. Players didn't want to come here. Then they started. They changed the way how the image of the Pistons was or the organization was, and it became the place to be. The players wanted to come here, even to take less to come here. Same thing's going to happen with the Lions. Mark my words. Now, I'm hearing trade talks for Stafford to go to to go towards San Francisco or the Colts. Any which way it goes, they're going to get a Herschel Walker type deal. And what I mean by that is going to be a team that's going to need Stafford, and they're going to pay a little price for it. And they're going to get draft picks and maybe as well as players. They may not get as much as the Herschel Walker deal, but they're going to get a combination of both. And where the Lions actually, well, both parties will come out on top. Well, all three parties will come out on top. Staff will get a chance to win. The organization will get a chance to win because they would have they would consider the final piece of their puzzle, which is the quarterback. And the Lions will win because they will actually get assets for this year as well as the future. But it would actually be able to finish the product that was started by Quinn. That's my little take on it. Lions fans, I salute.